मेरा नाम पवन मोदी है। मैं सांबर का रहने वाला हूँ। मैं एक छोटा सा सोशल वर्कर हूँ। ये जो पूरा सांबर झील का एरिया है, भौगोलिक दृष्टि से ये 3 जिलों को कवर करता है, जयपुर, अजमेर और नागौर। जब ब्रिटिश काल रहा, उस समय का डॉक्यूमेंटेशन देखेंगे, लाखों का नंबर उस समय वो वेरीफाई कर रहे हैं कि यहाँ पक्षी आते हैं। 80 से अधिक प्रजाति के पक्षी यहाँ आ रहे हैं।
On the onset of October, we all were very happy. I think the entire birding fraternity of Rajasthan was very happy that we are seeing many birds coming down to Sambar for their winter passage migration. After 15 years, it has rained very good and there is ample amount of water.
The rainfall was for a longer period. It was not a normal rainfall. As per our estimation, there are more than 2 lakh birds in the lake as of now.
In the last 15 years, myself, I have never seen so many birds. So we all were very happy until
A tragedy is playing out on India's largest inland saltwater lake.
Thousands of migratory birds of about 10 species are found dead around Sambar Lake.
जो सांबर पक्षियों की पनाहगाह था, आज वही सांबर पक्षियों की कब्रगाह बन गया है।
राजस्थान की सांभर झील में प्रवासी पक्षियों की मौत का सिलसिला जारी है।
17,000 migratory birds have died so far at the country's largest inland saltwater lake.
we were in a big bird epidemic. Because there was not just one bird, 2 bird, 3 bird. There were hundreds, thousands of them.
जैसे हम प्लान्ड वे में कोई चीज़ कहीं पर लेआउट करते हैं, उस तरीके से पक्षी मरे हुए बिल्कुल झील के किनारे, पानी के किनारे किनारे बिखरे हुए थे।
Initial assessment and thought process that it is about 300 or 400 birds that have died had exponentially increased to almost about 5,000 to 7,000, and daily the figures are going up by 8,000, and eventually in a week we had 17,000 carcasses of dead birds.
First problem, we did not know what the problem was. The big question was, why are they dying?
Since the Animal Husbandry Department is assigned the job of looking for such things as avian influenza and all that, so they were the first to move in and check for the bird flu basically. So they immediately took samples.
कुछ डेड बर्ड ले गए और कुछ फीकल मेटल वगैरह ले गए। तो उसके बाद में फिर भोपाल लेके गए फ्लू के लिए, भाई कहीं फ्लू तो नहीं। तो करीबन 5 दिन के आसपास उसकी रिपोर्ट आई, इसमें फ्लू नहीं था।
The signs, neurological signs like flaccid paralysis, the limber neck that they were coming in, they were afebrile, they were unable to eat something, they were coming with gasping. All these signs are typical symptoms of avian botulism.
बीमारी का जो नाम है उसका नाम है बोटुलिज्म।
So the main reason, as per the official records and various veterinary institutes who are coming in, and they have identified the cause as avian botulism.
इतने सालों से ये झील यही थी, ये पानी यही था, पक्षी आ रहे थे, लेकिन वो एवियन बोटुलिज्म इसी साल कैसे पैदा हुआ और उसको खाने से पक्षी मरे, इसका बेसिक रीज़न क्या है?
Basically, avian botulism is caused by a bacteria called Clostridium botulinum.
The bacterium is present in the soil. It's a soil saprophyte. And once favorable conditions arise, the spores, they give rise to the bacteria which produce toxins. So these toxins leach out into the environment, in this case the water probably, and that is consumed by birds.
Now botulism is something, the toxin, it starts forming even after the invertebrate is dead. Since there were so many dead invertebrates, the migratory birds found it as an opportunity to feed on them, and they started getting the infection. But eventually they started dying, and in such a large number. The thing is, when they die, the carcasses, when they are left in one place, flies will come, lay eggs on them, and these eggs will generate maggots, which are larvae, and these maggots feed on the dead tissue of the carcass. More batches of migratory birds come in, they feed on these maggots, and then the cycle continues. They again die of botulism. So this is a very tough cycle to break.
Okay. Michael, is this Meda? Cannulas?
Oh, lovely.
Perfect. These are the zip ties, so currently we have to write here. So I'll be giving you a marker and we have to write accordingly. So then and there on the ground we decided to immediately rope in all our resources. One organization, one individual would not be sufficient to meet this big bird catastrophe. So it requires departments to collaborate, organizations to collaborate, come down to one common platform and work in best interest of the birds.
Given the magnitude and the unprecedented nature of these deaths of birds, we are concerned from IFA-WTI, we are concerned about it, and we mobilize a team of people to look after this issue.
Shelf-like thing in ICU, where birds are kept on one level, second level, so then you can create more space for more birds to live. All these heater and IR.
Do you want more
heaters? No, heater is enough. That small, it's a small room, it is more than enough.
WTI and IFA, they partnered with Open Beyond and with Raksha NGO, and the whole team from WTI, they came here. They are staying in this area only, in Sambar only, and they are regularly working with us, whether it is rescue or making of cages or the treatment part or the release part, the expertise and the documentation part.
पहले 15 तारीख को आए थे तो यहाँ के हालात बहुत भयावह थे इस तरह के, यानी कि यहाँ पर पक्षियों की तादाद बहुत ज़्यादा थी, जो मृत पक्षियों की बिल्कुल परत सी बिछड़ी थी इस तरह की, बहुत ज़्यादा। कम से कम हम पहले दिन में हमने कम से कम 2200 पक्षी बाहर निकाले। तो उस एरिया में हम हमारी टीम को लगाते हैं। टीम के हम 2 या 3 भाग करते हैं। पहली टीम में उसने 100 मीटर किया, अगली ने 300 मीटर किया, अगली 500 मीटर, इस तरह से हम एरिया को सर्च करते हैं। सर्च करने के बाद जैसे हमें कोई पक्षी मिलता है अंदर, तो हम कैरी बैग हमारे साथ होता है, कैरी बैग में हम उस पक्षी को डालते हैं और आगे चलते हैं। जैसे दूसरे व्यक्ति को मिला तो उसमें डाल दिया। अगर कोई हमको जीवित पक्षी मिल रहा है तो जीवित पक्षी का हमारे पास कार्टून रखते हैं हम, कार्टून के अंदर उस पक्षियों को रख करके, और जो हमारे साथ डॉक्टर की टीम चलती है, एक हमारे पास फॉरेस्टर गार्ड की टीम चलती है, तो उनको हम देते चलते हैं।
Our ambulance was flying between the entire stretch from Ratan Talab to Shakambari Mata Temple. There were collection points where our ambulance was going and collecting the birds. All these birds were shifted to our makeshift rehab area, or we can say our emergency shelter at Kachroda Nursery of Department of Forest.
Right now at our treatment center, we are receiving birds from 2 locations. One is in Sambar Lake in the Jaipur division, and another is from a district called Nagaur.
We are getting on an average of about say 30 to 40 birds incoming on a daily basis.
So once they arrive, we give them first aid and stabilize them, rehydrate them, and go for quarantine. So after their quarantine for about 12 hours, they are separated into different wards. They're triaged based on how they're doing in terms of health, what signs they're exhibiting, how severe those signs are, and also what species they are.
the ones which have dyspnea, that is respiratory distress, and are very in I would say a moribund state, those birds, then we keep them in the incubator that we have. So the birds that are fit and they're self-feeding, they are mobile, they are able to take flights, we shift them to smaller soft release cages. These cages are meant for observation, assessment, and then once they are all signed as fit to be released, these birds are tagged or ringed by I would say BNHS. And then we send them to a release enclosure at the release site, that is the Ratan Talab.
ये साइड इसलिए चूज की कि एक तो लेक के नज़दीक है और ये फ्रेश वाटर लेक है, मतलब सॉल्टी लेक नहीं है, तो पास में लेक है, फ्रेश वाटर लेक है, यहाँ इनका बर्ड्स का नेचुरल एनवायरनमेंट है, इस हिसाब से इनको रिलीज़ कर रहे हैं।
और रिलीज़ कैसे करेंगे? यही है। आप लोग का रिकॉर्ड होगा ना, ये जो 51 आया था इसका स्पीशीज वाइज?
नहीं, रेडी टू
As part of our release protocol, we are trying to see whether the birds are staying in this landscape of Sambar. We are also in touch with local authorities. If they are migrating to a new wintering grounds, we will relook into the management aspect of Sambar Lake that way.
Now we have successfully released over 100 birds, and in the next 3-4 days we will be able to release 150 more.
As of now, the official figure states that around 20,000 avian deaths have happened, but we expect that the numbers will rise again.
20,000 is the number which are the birds which are already identified and buried. But there are so many birds still lying there on different shores.
It was very baffling. It is one of the biggest such incidents that has happened in our country. In the whole world, it's never been such a huge number.
We faced it for the first time, this avian botulism and the high levels of mortality.
%20% of the total population of these birds died in this thing.
देखिए, मैंने कभी नहीं देखा इस तरह का मंजर। बहुत ज़्यादा हालत ख़राब थी यहाँ पे कि इतनी दूर से पक्षी आ रहे हैं और यहाँ पे से मर रहे हैं, तो ये गलत है थोड़ा।
That bacteria is still in the lake. That bacteria can release toxin next year also.
Because it is avian botulism, so definitely it has affected the entire water body, even the soil. And there are chances that it might reoccur if we do not take the necessary actions.
There are a lot of aspects in which you have to work in collection, not just by treating the birds, but also removing the carcass, making sure the lake is aerated, because it's an anaerobic bacteria. It requires low oxygen carrying capacity.
अब इसके लिए क्या करते हैं, प्रशासन तैयार हो रहा कि यहाँ पहले से ही कुछ व्यवस्था की जाए। अभी चल रहा है, इसकी मंत्रणा चल रही है, कुछ फॉरेस्ट लेवल पे, कुछ डिपार्टमेंट के लेवल से, कुछ इस समय के लिए, जैसे ये जो बर्ड्स आते हैं और जितने दिन यहाँ रहेंगे उस दिन तक कुछ करने में है कि ताकि ये आगे ऐसी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आए।
And maybe the tests are going on, researchers are going in, and probably we will be able to trace out what are the parameters which increase the probability of such a happening. It will be several departments coming in, NGOs and organizations who have been working with us. Hope and Beyond is there, then Raksha is there, and WTI has come in. So all these people joined in. They are handling it right up till now. And I have not been even bothered about arrangements or something. They have done it on their own. I would say a very high sense of responsibility and taking the leadership. That's what I can feel here.
We will be working with authorities as much as possible so that it doesn't happen in the future. I4WTI is committed to this cause and will extend all support that is needed.
We have been attending to wildlife emergencies for the past 20 years in various parts of the country. We have our emergency relief network at WTI and the Rapid Action Project, through which we provide immediate relief to animals that are affected due to various emergencies. We are grateful to the donor, HCL Foundation, for coming forward and helping us in supporting this wildlife rehabilitation program for the Sambar Lake disaster.
Rajasthan being a state who has a tagline of Padharo Hamare Desh, I just want to ensure that next time when the birds come, they get the right welcome, they get the right treatment, and they are happy to roam in the free waters and they are safe.